Hello again, I'm Coral. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with some book-related goals I've made for myself for 2022. I try to make these goals that are attainable, that I know I will be sort of pushing myself, but not pushing myself so hard that I won't be able to do these, because I want to have fun, obviously. Like, that's the whole point of reading, is to relax and have fun and not stress myself out. And so these goals are, I don't know, maybe to expand what I'm reading in some ways. And I don't know, I'll get into it. I'll get into it. So my big goal for the year is to read at least 40,000 pages. I did a page goal last year. It turned out splendidly. I read a lot of books that probably before I would have put off because they had more pages and would have taken me longer to get through, as opposed to a shorter book where I could read more and more shorter books than more lengthy books. So 40,000 pages. I'd like to read at least 85 books, but that's just it. It is what it is, right? I am really terrible at finishing series, so I've picked out 6 series from my bookshelves where I own all of the books, except for one series. There's one where I don't own all of the series. I think there's like one book that I don't have, but I would like to finish those off because I'm really terrible with starting series, forgetting about them, and then being like, hey, I should probably read this because I have 3 more books in this series, and then I have to read the first. It's just a fucking thing that I do, and I dislike that. So I'm going to try to be better about that. I will have a video coming out on the series that I picked for that, so keep an eye out for that. I also would like to get back in the habit of using my TBR jar. I'm trying to limit the amount of books I put on my TBR each month, unless it's, I don't know, a book emergency? I don't know. I was piling so many things on myself each month that I didn't have time to do my TBR jar pick, and I really like doing that. It helped me to pick things off my shelves that maybe I had forgotten about. Also, read more of the backlog of the books that I own. So books that I've owned prior to 2022. That's what I consider my TBR, and I'd like to read more books per month off of there than books that I'm just buying, which I don't know. This ties into another goal that I have where I'm trying to be more discerning about what I buy. I don't need to buy everything. Even if it's on sale, I don't need to. I just, I'm getting to the point where it like makes me sad, all these books that I have that I haven't read. And I know that tons of them, like I'm pointing to a pile, you can't see it. And also I don't want to show you because it's really huge. But of books that I've bought and I haven't, like I'm not gonna read these. I'm unhauling them, but I haven't yet, but I need to. And there's gotta be like 50 books there probably. And it's just unnecessary. It was unnecessary for me to buy most of those. And I'd just like to be more discerning about what I'm buying. So I'm not having like 30 book hauls when I'm only reading like 10 books a month. You know what I mean? I just don't need to do that. I'm trying to be better about that. Of course, I will also have my 5-star predictions that I'm going to try to read each month. I will have a video with those out soon. I'm also going to try at least twice to read books from an author where I've bought multiple books that they've written and yet have not read any of them. I can think of a few authors off the top of my head, like Bentley Little, because I don't even know if I like their writing, and yet I own multiple books that they've written, and it's just unnecessary. So I'm gonna try to do that at least twice. And then my last goal is to just not be hesitant to reread a book if I want to. I think I kind of got over that last year. I'm very much a creature of habit. My day has, pretty much a schedule every day, and I like it that way. And it makes me sometimes anxious to like miss my daily schedule. I love to rewatch movies, and I used to reread books all the time when I was a kid. I loved rereading books. So I'm trying to get back to that. I think last year I did pretty good. I'm not sure if I made that one of my goals, but I did reread quite a few books, particularly my V.C. Andrews books, because I've been neglectful of those. And I'd really love to read the Castile series again this year. That one's my favorite. But yeah, so I don't know, I'm trying to make myself a more conscious reader, a reader who isn't so worried about deadlines, a reader who knows that they also have other hobbies like watching movies and playing video games, and I don't really need to read 13 books a month. I just don't need to, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to leave room for having life outside of reading, because I'm not like a particularly fast reader. If I read 15 books a month, it's like those have better be novellas, because otherwise that's going to take up all my free time. And then I go through slumps because I'm reading too much, and I don't necessarily want to have slumps. I mean, I know that they happen, but I don't know. Anyways, this is just kind of a blabby video that we're at the end of. So if you've watched this whole thing, by now you know that it's just kind of a blabby video. Anyway, that's what I have for you. I'd love to hear if you have any goals that you're setting for yourself or not. I mean, some people don't like to do that, and that's perfectly fine. That's all I have for you in this video, though. I will see you all later. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.